In a time long forgotten, when kingdoms were built not only on strength but on wisdom, there lived a king unlike any other, Prophet Solomon, known as Sulayman. His story was not just one of power, but of miracles, justice, and a connection between worlds unseen and seen. Solomon was the son of Prophet David, and from a young age he showed signs of extraordinary intelligence and understanding. But what made him truly unique was not just his wisdom, it was the gifts granted to him by God. He was given authority over the wind, the ability to communicate with animals, and command over the jinn, beings made of smokeless fire. His kingdom was unlike any other, vast and magnificent, stretching across lands filled with beauty and mystery. One day, as Solomon marched with his grand army composed of humans, jinn, and birds, they approached a valley. As they advanced, a tiny ant cried out to its colony, warning them to retreat into their homes before they were crushed under the feet of the army. Solomon, hearing the ant's voice, smiled. He understood even the smallest of creatures, and this filled his heart with humility. He immediately ordered his army to halt, ensuring not a single ant would be harmed. It was in moments like these that his true greatness shone, not in his power but in his mercy. Among his closest companions was the hoopoe bird, a loyal messenger who traveled far and wide bringing news from distant lands. One day the hoopoe returned with astonishing information about a powerful queen ruling a wealthy kingdom, Queen Bilqis of Sheba. Her people worshipped the sun instead of God. Intrigued, Solomon sent her a message, inviting her to abandon false worship and submit to the truth. The queen, wise in her own right, decided to visit Solomon to see the truth for herself. Before her arrival, Solomon commanded the jinn to bring her magnificent throne to his palace. In the blink of an eye, it appeared before him. When Queen Bilqis arrived, she was amazed to see her throne already there, transformed and altered slightly. It was a moment that shook her understanding of reality. As she walked through Solomon's palace, she stepped onto what she thought was a pool of water, lifting her dress slightly, only to realize it was a floor made of clear glass beneath which water flowed. This display of power and beauty was not meant to impress her ego, but to awaken her heart. And it did. In that moment, Queen Bilqis recognized the truth. She declared her belief in God, joining Solomon not as a conquered ruler, but as a believer who had found the light. Solomon's reign continued as a symbol of justice and wisdom. He ruled not with arrogance, but with deep awareness of his responsibility. Yet even he, with all his power, was reminded that true authority belongs only to God. Toward the end of his life, Solomon stood leaning on his staff, watching over the jinn as they worked. When his soul was taken, he remained standing, his body supported by the staff. The jinn, unaware of his death, continued their labor, thinking he still watched over them. It was only when a small creature gnawed through the staff and it broke, causing his body to fall, that they realized the truth. They had no knowledge of the unseen. And so ended the life of one of the greatest kings to ever walk the earth, a prophet whose story remains a powerful reminder that true strength lies not in control but in faith, wisdom, and humility.